Greetings, friends. City Manager Wilson Hooper here with a preview of next Monday's Brevard City Council meeting. This meeting will kick off a stretch of 3 council meetings in 3 weeks, all of which will see weighty items brought to the council for their consideration. And council's decision on some of those items could have impacts for years to come. The Monday meeting will begin, as always, with public comment, where members of the general public are offered 3 minutes to address the council on a topic of their choosing. Next, council will recognize Emery Owen, a 45-year city employee who's retiring at the end of the month. I want to offer my personal thanks to Emery for his dedication to the city over the years. My hope is that all public servants find the same fulfillment and longevity in this profession as he did. Next, 2 important special presentations. First, Travis Keever from the accounting firm Gould Killian will summarize the results of the city's independent FY24 financial audit. North Carolina municipalities are required to conduct annual audits and share the results publicly. Overall, the city's financial position is healthy and its financial controls adequate. The audit is unmodified, which is accountant speak for satisfactory. Council will then hear a presentation from Pluserbia, the planning firm we hired last year to develop the town's proposed new architectural standards. After much public engagement, Pluserbia presented their concepts last summer, and the council endorsed them. Now they're back to talk about how those concepts can be codified into law in our Unified Development Ordinance. Their presentation will be followed up by 2 public hearings, one of which will be on the proposed amendments to the UDO that they just talked about. The other will be on changes to certain definitions in the UDO in response to recent state legislation. I encourage everyone who has an interest in the future visual language of physical development in Brevard to check out the Pluserbia document linked below and participate in the public hearing on Monday. Next, council will be asked to take a series of ministerial actions: approving the February tax settlement report, approving an MOU with Mountain True to repair our Wilson Road boat ramp, declaring certain city-owned parcels as surplus so they can be sold on the open market, approving the terms of deals staff have made with owners of properties we need easements on for our upcoming pump station rehabilitation project, directing staff to investigate the sufficiency of a recent annexation application, approving Brevard Police Department purchases using ABC funds, supporting HB 24, which would restore local government's ability to downzone, and authorizing a contract with the firm Barry Dunn to conduct a study of workplace culture at the Brevard Police Department. Next, council will be asked to take up 3 items of new business. The first item will be a request of council to establish 2 new part-time housekeeping positions. Until recently, housekeeping for city facilities was outsourced. However, our vendor walked away from the contract, and we've been performing the service with existing city labor ever since. And while our folks work yeoman-like to maintain the facilities, staff believe that dedicated employees would provide a higher level of service and permit our other workers to spend more time on their primary duties. The new plan and the higher service level it brings comes at a cost, however, which is why we're seeking council approval of it. The second item is in regards to a proposed memorandum of understanding between us, the city, and the owner of 46 Grove Street. A sinkhole has formed on the property there, caused by failing stormwater infrastructure, and the sinkhole threatens the foundations of the house on the property. Now, it's unclear who owns the pipe and thus has responsibility for its repair. So to avoid what could be a complicated legal contest, staff are proposing that the city assume ownership of the pipe and repair it at our cost in exchange for a permanent utility easement, a waiver of liability, a cost-sharing arrangements for the project, and a few other small concessions from the property owner. The third and final item is in regards to electronic advertising for construction projects. State law requires that large construction projects be advertised in newspapers with statewide circulation. So think the Charlotte Observer. In acknowledgement of the changing way readers consume news, a few years ago the General Assembly updated the law to permit advertisements to skip the print version of newspapers and be advertised exclusively in the online versions. This is more convenient for a city like us because online advertising is often cheaper and certainly more convenient than arranging a print advertisement. The only thing that the new law required was the approval of a municipality's governing board, which we'll seek on Monday night. As always, all the same information that we provide council is included in the packet linked below. I hope to see you Monday night.